Take a card if you like.
Yeah.
There's some, you go on the internet?
I appreciate your thoughts. Can't say I agree with them, but I certainly appreciate them.
Well, there's some information on the back, and you go on the internet.
My father helped invent stealth technology, so it's really hard for me to get behind all that. It never happened because he's in a documentary. It's what he did for a living.
Oh, there's no doubt there is stealth technology.
Well,
it's just no one ever went to space.
Well,
that was all created in Hollywood.
He worked on the SR-71, which does go into
no
space.
Doubt. Yeah, there's no doubt that those
the Challenger,
that those machines exist. They're just not going into space. In fact, if you go on and you,
we're just going to have to agree to disagree because I know what I know, and I know
I've
that
researched it.
The world is not flat, and people did go into space, and the money was not wasted.
How do you know that?
Because
people built machines and alleged, and then they showed you.
What do you think? The satellites are up there not doing anything?
There are no satellites. Only satellites if they are.
How do you explain Google Maps if there are no satellites?
That's all CGI.
Well, it's all CGI,
really?
And it's all
because when I was going to San Francisco, and I didn't want to buy a map because they don't sell them anymore to get to San Francisco, I just said, "Hey Google, what's the shortest way from Chico to San Francisco?" And it not only showed me, it mapped it and gave me the roads to travel on.
Right, that's
and
all.
It does it from outer space. It doesn't do it.
It's all ground positioning system.
Yeah, it's a ground position system. They have hundreds, thousands of miles of cables underwater going. It's fiber optics.
We're just going to have to disagree on this.
No doubt.
I love you all.
Oh no, you can. You can research it all. It's the information's out there. In fact,
if you. I have a degree in IT.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, I know. So I do know.
The satellites are actually high altitude drones, balloons. Nothing has ever gone to space.
Get that high.
Do you really believe that people can go 10 times the speed of sound?
Not right now. There's no documentation because that's classified. At how fast.
Why would it be classified?
Because those speeds are like Mach 10. You don't want your enemies to know how fast your planes can grow.
Sounds like a likely cover story to me, and it's impossible.
Well, it does to you, but being a person of science, I can tell you it is possible. And not only that, I'll tell you this much, it has been possible for a lot of years.
I've studied physics, I've studied fluid dynamics, I've studied math, I've studied...
So you're a rocket scientist?
There's no such thing.
Yes,
rockets have never gone to space. They go up in the air. You show me.
Where do they go
I'll tell you
after
what.
That?
I'll give you $5,000 right now if you can show me
I'll
a
give you
real
10 if you
photograph.
Can prove that it doesn't. It never happened.
Well, you can't prove a negative.
Exactly.
You're asking to prove a negative.
Exactly. And you're asking to disprove a positive. But you can't because there's no way to do that.
No, all they've shown us is cartoons. Everything that NASA and space agencies have ever shown you was CGI. It was all computer generated, and we have forensic.
What about the guy now
forensics.
who's doing it privately with his own money?
That's controlled opposition.
This man is going to do this because it can't be done.
Business, brother. You said it.
About money.
That's
I know,
right. It's
but
all
he's
about
offering
money.
people to take rides.
Oh yeah, right. Well, let's see it happen.
Well, it will.
You show me. Oh, it
We're just
will.
gonna
That's
disagree
what they
on
tell
this.
you to get your money,
For
brother.
what? They don't get my money.
I give you
NASA's not-
$5,000
NASA's been
if you
defunded.
show me
NASA's defunded.
Show me
NASA's not sending rockets up anymore. It hasn't for years.
Show me one.
But tell me
Just
why.
one.
Tell me why. NASA's defunded.
Tell me why.
They're not sending rockets
Tell me
into
why
space.
they're
When was the
showing
last
you-
time NASA sent anything up into space?
They still get 50
They never
million a
have.
day.
Well, when did the last time they said they did happen? So NASA does not need to lie because they're no longer funded by the U.S. government.
Oh, really? Donald
Yeah.
Trump just signed over $20 billion a year to them
No,
in the
he did not.
military-industrial
That'd be the last
complex.
thing he signed over anything
You
to.
can go look it up. You can
I
see him
can look
doing
it. I can look it up right now.
Do
He's
it.
defunding everything. It doesn't matter.
Okay, you can look it up and also look up rockets don't go to space. You'll never find
Well,
a
that'll just
picture
be
of one.
that will just get me a bunch of like. Hits. That's all it's going to get. Nothing that
Okay.
can be verified. Nothing that's
Really?
credible.
Well, we have forensic analysis
Show
of
me.
all the footage. Google it. No one's ever been to space. Rockets don't go
Of
to
course
space.
not.
All they've ever shown you is cartoons, brother.
Well, you want to believe that? That's entirely up to you.
It's not a belief. It's something I researched and something I understand
Well,
perfectly.
support it with some credible data, and I'll give it some credible thought. But in the meantime, it's just you saying
all
it.
you have to do is research it.
That will just get me a bunch of like.
Yeah, cartoons. I grew up watching them too.
No, actual real spaceships getting launched.
Yeah, we see them launch, and then they arc out, and they go out and crash in the ocean. No one's ever been to space. Escape velocity is a complete fabrication.
Well, I respect your opinion.
The Earth is stationary. It's the center of everything. If you look up
as a person who understands physics, it's not only possible; it's been possible for
do you
years.
understand the physics of
Yes.
fluids?
And
Water
rocket
always
fuel.
seeks its level.
And rocket fuel.
Water
Yes.
always seeks its level.
We're not talking about water.
Yeah, Don Pettit tells a good
Yeah, the
story
Earth is
about-
covered with 70%
That
water.
has nothing to do with spaceships. Does it?
The spaceships has nothing to do with the shape of the Earth.
Oh, right. The Earth is flat. I forget.
Water always seeks its level.
Well, really, if the Earth was really flat, I think cats would have already kicked everything off the Earth by now.
Yeah, well, that's what you heard. But, actually, if it was a ball, the cats would have unraveled
Really?
it
Well,
by now.
went up really high and got to look down, and it's not flat.
How high did you go?
40,000 feet in an airplane?
Yeah, well, we have balloon launches from amateurs that are 121,000 feet
Well, that's hard to
with
imagine.
360-degree views, and the Earth is flat, brother.
Well,
And the horizon
and let me
rises
ask you
up to
this. In the end, how does that make your life better, knowing that the Earth is flat?
Oh, knowing that my children will no longer be indoctrinated with lies about spinning through a fictitious vacuum.
Does the Earth flat revolve around anything, or does it just sit there?
That just sits there.
No,
We're
it's
sitting
just
here.
still in stationary. The sun and moon move above us just like they
So
appear
the sun
to
and the moon
do.
revolve around the Earth.
Yeah, maybe
No,
50 miles
they go
up.
around us like
The
this.
sun and the Earth, or the moon are 50 miles off. I love
Do this
both
for
of you.
yourself, brother.
No, you guys are awesome.
No, really, listen.
I don't agree with
Just
you,
listen
but
for a
I
minute.
totally love the hell
Do
out
this
of
for
you.
yourself. Walk out of the shade, and as soon as you get into the sun, you tell me how close the sun is. You tell me it's 93 million miles away. Because the minute you walk out of that shade
How big is
and
the
you
sun?
go into the sun,
No more than a
you're
few
going to
miles.
feel it instantly
Oh,
on
for
your
fuck's
skin.
You know what? I love you too. I do. Shake my hand. I love you
Careful,
both.
that's
sorry.
broken hand.
Okay. I love you both. I swear to God. Keep on, keep it on.
Love
man.
you too, brother.
All
And
right.
look up those that
I'm a
information on that
scientist.
card.
I know.
Yeah, we are.
But you guys, I just
200 proofs. It's on the back of the card. Look it up on Google.
I
200
probably already
proofs.
have.
200.
But it was good
Well,
meeting
you
you.
have to watch it actually.
No, I probably already have.
200 proofs.
I'm
The
always
Earth is
amazed
not a
at these
spinning ball.
theories, but it's interesting.
Well, gravity is a theory. Space
Okay.
travel was
Okay.
science fiction before they
Jump.
a week
There's
before
your
they
gravity.
found
All right,
it.
take care, people. God loves you. I love you too. That will just get me a bunch of like